Hello? Hello, can you hear me okay? Testing, 1, 2, 3. You can hear me. Okay, can you also hear the music? Is the music coming through? You getting some nice chill beats? You can hear both. Okay, super. I am glad to hear that. Well, good evening and hello. Trying something new, different, and a little exciting today. I'm going to be cracking out the old perler beads. And just chilling and doing that. So I have this nice gigantic container of perler beads, and of course I've got a nice overhead camera for my fingers to do the finger work. So the sound doesn't match lip movement. Interesting. Okay. Give me just a second. The sound is behind. Oh, okay. That's easy. Okay, that should be better. But do feel free to let me know. Sound was probably behind by about a second, which is something that's in place from my video game settings, so I'll just have to remember to flip that all back when the time's right. But not today. So, hey, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Maybe just a... Yeah, there. Just a hair. Just a smidge. Just a smidgen. So, okay. So I ordered a bunch more perlers, I should say. Now, hang on a second. Let me see if I can get this in focus here. Hello, hello. Come on, autofocus. Don't let me down. Configure the video here. Don't care about that. We do care about autofocus. Let's see. Hello? Hello, camera. Get a little clearer shot of that for me, would you please? If I change my light source. Blinding white light. No, that won't do it. Okay. Well, in any case, what if I bring it down a little more? There, that's better. That's a little clearer. Oh yeah, hello Lingua Lupa, how's it going? So for a lot of this stream, you're gonna probably see me hunched over like this, just working very diligently, very carefully. So I'll see if I can adjust the overhead camera for that. There we go. And so, yeah, that's just one set of colors here. I got a wide range of blues and purples, pinks, and whatnot. And then I also acquired a set of a lot of vibrant greens, a couple more blues, grays, just really covering the spectrum. There, maybe that helps a little bit when I'm not I'm stopping the light source from doing its thing. But in any case, yeah, so those are all my new Perlers. And I have a bunch from previous years that are in not nearly as nice containers. In fact, I've had these containers crash and burn on me before, but I have various browns, blacks, even clears, and some more lovely blues and whatnot. So I have a lot of different ones to choose from. So let me get situated. This is a new setup for me. 2 cameras, overhead microphone. Got the nice chill beats coming through from Pretzel Music, or Pretzel Rocks, I mean. Also got my wax transfer paper. And I have extra Perler plates if I need them. So, alright. So, oh my, I can see this one got warped. You can kind of tell, pushing on the edge here. I'll have to see if I can heat that up and bend it back into shape at some point. But, this one, that one's also a little wobbly. That's okay. We're going to work primarily with this one. It's probably the least wobbly, to be honest. Let's set that to that. There. Music's getting a little overpowering on my end, so I can only imagine it's not all that great on your end. So, all right. So I have these official. Let me do this. These official Perler. Now these are Perler minis. Now most people are familiar with Perler regular size. Now these, of course, are mini because they're smaller. Who would have thunk? So I have the choice of using this old tried and true set of tweezers. I also have this new set that came in with the Perlers that I just ordered. So I'm thinking of trying that out. Mainly because if I remove that, then I get a little bit more of a... This is interesting. It's like a precision kind of... I don't know if I like that. I like these. These have more heft to what I need to do, and I can hold this one like a pen. If I try to hold this one like a pen, it's kind of going against me. Anti-magnetic. I don't know. This one is... We're just going to bench that one for today. The important thing is, I'm here. We're going to work on character up at the top. See, last week I played Deltarune for the first time. Absolutely loved it. Of course, I loved Undertale. And perhaps curve will be better if you need to remove one from a clump after placement. Yeah, that's true. That may come in handy. But I also have several other... I have many flat discs to choose from. 1, 2, 3. I got like 5 more on top of the ones that were a little warped. So, actually, this one's flatter, so we'll just use this one. Yeah, got plenty of options. I'm not the least bit worried about it. So, okay. Pitter patter, let's get at her. I have a picture I'll be using for reference for this. So I'm noticing this character doesn't have any. Now you can't really see it here at the top of the stream window, but this character doesn't use any blacks for colors. It appears to use really dark blues. Oh, wait. Ooh, that would have been bad. So I'm just realizing There's a piece of Scotch tape right here that I have to remove now, and if I did it later, all these thousands of beads would have exploded on me. And that would have promptly ruined this stream, like you wouldn't believe. Because there's no way in hell that I'm organizing that many perler beads. Okay. Okay. You know what, come to think of it, just for funsies, we'll turn the camera's speaker on for a little bit. Hey, Mr. Spock. I am literally in the process of just starting. I was going over the different perlers that I have and getting everything situated since it's the first time doing a perler night on stream. So, all right, let's get cracking. Let's see if there's a nice way I can frame this. You've never seen this done. Okay, well, this will be an opportunity. So I'm going to be doing the character at the top of the stream. That's character Kris from Deltarune. This is a pose that Kris does during battle when Kris is guiding other characters to act. You can choose to attack. You can choose to act, or use an item or defend. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let's start from... let's start from the bottom. That'll be probably the easiest to start with. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna go to 8. I'm getting the impression that this is gonna take more than one. So we're just gonna rip that band-aid off right now. We're gonna lock this in. Now, do you iron this when you're done to link it together? That is true. You use wax paper and you use wax paper to connect them when you're done. So we're going to actually do all 4 of these. I just want to be absolutely certain. Okay, this is going to give me a little bit more flexibility. I'm actually going to start... let's start right there. Give myself some room to work with. Okay, so I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. With 2 dark brown at the end? Or is that magenta?
Tried to find a way to justify missing the signs I knew. My hands were tied the moment we met, and there was more to
There we go. 1, 2. 3, 4. There's got to be an easier way for me to get access to these. There, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm basing Kris's feet at this point, so 11. What color is that? I don't want to say that's... It's like a mix between magenta and like a really dark brown. But it's not quite brown, is it? Okay. We're going to go with a really dark red. And these are the tips of Kris's feet. We're going to put... Come here. 1, and then another. 3, 4, 5 of this light blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check the chat in just a second. Let me get this. Gotta be very careful with mini Perlers. I normally do characters. I normally do sprites. So I have a collection that I did during AGDQ. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna do 2 dark here. Color choice. What options do I have? It's like a purple. It's like a very light purple. But it's not going to fit for that. Okay, good thing I have all these other... My sprite seems very logical for this medium. Oh, absolutely. There are some incredible sprite artworks out there. This lady I met at WasabiCon 2 years ago did Thanos. It was an original creation of Thanos with his Infinity Gauntlet. And she did... It was a rare example of Perlers being done outside of this particular medium. And it worked really well. So... there. And then another 2 of... What color did I pick for that? Was it this? Yes. That is not right. I have have to put it here. That's correct. Okay, and then 2 of the dark red to match the top. See, the thing with Perlers and sprite work is that you're working 1 pixel at a time. You're working with 1 piece at a time. So instead of trying to see it for the whole big picture, you try to see it in little bits, in little elements to the picture. And to that effect, doing Perlers, especially mini, because these are small, mini Perlers can be very relaxing. 26 by 26 per square? You know, that's a great question. I've never actually counted.
You and me on the Charles River. I could die right now.
So, in every instance of Perlers that I've worked with, I have always estimated. So to be completely truthful, I've always guesstimated how much space I would need. And then I adopt based on that. Or I should say I adapt based on that. So, 2 up. So far so good. What am I missing? I just gotta fill... One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 1. So I need to put... It's also entirely possible that I may have already goofed, and that's okay. So this very zen, very chill kind of project. There you go, fall right in. Come on. Ooh, you don't want to go in there. There. Okay, so 1, 2. I see where I goofed. That's okay. That has to go there. Whether you're here for the tunes or to watch this work in progress, happy to have you here all the same. Happy Monday to you and yours. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Here we go. This is where I have it wrong. This has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one is wrong. There we go. That's better. It's an improvement. Oh, you want to know if you counted right? Yeah, be perfectly honest, I don't know. 1, 2. Okay, let's Let's get that purple in. That's such a unique shade. I actually don't feel comfortable with that being purple. I have this really dark blue here. But we'll power through it. I think it's be easier that way. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I got the purple. 1, 2, 3. Well, cyan. 1, 2. Purple. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Come on. Thank you. 2. I can just fill that in. Most difficult part of doing Perlers is getting rapid changes in colors right. Filling in the colors is easy, but it's also the most tedious work. 1, 2, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. And then another 2 there. There we go. And don't mind me. That purple color is really... Do you download a photo or grab a video game image and then just guesstimate? Yes, I download a photo usually. Once in a great while, I will get it straight from the source myself, but I usually open like paint.net or something so I can like really blow it up. And then I can get accurate pixel counts. That's usually what I do. Golly gee, this shade of this light shade of purple is just not gelling with me for color choice. Yeah, it's still a little lighter than that. The question is, do I have a blue that will work with that won't be too dark? Such an interesting shade. That's sky blue. That's just too blue. Golly gee, better watch the language. Yeah, this is a Christian Twitch channel if there ever was one. That's for certain. All right. You know what? I'm just going to power through. I'm going to quit whining about it. I can deal. This is a wide enough collection of Perlers as it is. So, okay. Let's start filling in Chris's heal. One, two, three. Then two. One, two. One, two, three. Oh. There we go. Two, three. One, two, three, four. No, over here. One, two, three, four. And then another two there. Okay. And then let's get that out of there. That doesn't fit there. There we go. Okay. Now the toughest part of this, of the bottom is done. So now I just fill in. And that is the last thing you want to happen. Is for a perler bead to fall on its side. You gotta expertly go in and extract it. Like that. That's the worst. This right here, this is the worst scenario. You see that right there? Where it landed on its side. This. Alright. There. Well, that's about as artful of a removal as you can go without screwing it up. Wow. Okay. Alright, I'm going to just re-review real quick where I'm at. Looking good so far. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, and then alright, so from the top of the that's a sword. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark blue. So I need to add 5 more from where I'm at. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and baby makes 7. And then I can add 2 more to the right. Except by that I mean actually don't bonk the camera and go there. Okay. So I have that box of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting from the right. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna put a purple right there. Okay. Two, three, four. Okay. Since you find this so relaxing, do you find that you don't want to stop? I usually will work on a perler until I quit, unless it's a really big one. Then I will stop. Take a break, recalibrate. One, two, three. Okay. Let's start building out the sword. Ooh, that's an interesting color too. It's like a slightly darker hue than the pink color I was going with. There we go. 1, 2. Fill in. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Now a different red. Okay. That's a magenta. If it's one thing I have a ton of, it's magenta. So, well, I'm going to try to get as close as I can. It's amazing if you shrink the display window, it looks more real. If you shrink the display window, it looks more real. I like it. Okay. You do you, man. Magenta. Magenta, magenta, magenta. Oh, this is a tough one. That is a color I don't seem to really have, so what can I work with that's close? I could actually... I have to do some swapping, but this will work. Okay, we're going to backtrack just a bit. I'm going to put those back. Put that there. We're going to go with a brown. Do the same with that one. There's something you'll also have to do when you're working with perlers is you will have to, if you find that you're not getting the, if you don't have the exact color you want, then you have to improvise, which does mean some light backtracking. Which also means you sacrifice a little bit of what you wanted for the original color design, but you also have to be okay with that. Sounds like you need to make more Princess Peach Perlers if you have too much pink. I could always make a Peach Perler. Don't think I have yet. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. Okay, so we did all that so that I can put this here. That there. Brown there. A little more like a traditional sword. Okay. 1, 2, need 3 more brown. 1, 2, 3. And then at the third, go down 1. Go down another. And then go down 1. And then go down another. And then go back to my deep red that I gave up to replace magenta. Okay. Now I'm going to make a C shape with my remaining brown. There we go. And there we go. Make a little C shape. And right there. And then there. And then I go with two of those. And then two of those. And that should be consistent with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Then another 2. Make a little box. And then 1, 2. And then 2 of my purple. And then I go 3. I go 1 more to the right. And then I do 2 brown there. 2 brown there. Make up my mistake. And now I fill in. all except that one over there, which is good. Come on. And 2 more.
Through the ocean breeze, through the falling
Come on.
leaves.
There we go. Now we're making progress. Is it a shield that they're holding? Kris is holding a sword with their left hand and then pointing with their right. So I had to think about a lot which pose I wanted to go with, because Kris holding the sword looks pretty cool, but I like the finger point much more. So aesthetically, that's what I ended up going with. Okay. And this little gap here is deliberate. There is not a Perler that goes there. But it's also going to be my guiding, it's going to be my North Star, essentially, because I put 2 here. And then I put 2 of the lighter blue. This is where I start to sweat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. 1, 2. And when I say good sign, it means I didn't screw up. Even though I said screwing up is okay, because it is. 2, 3. We're gonna go purple. It's okay to screw up, but you know, you do lose time, so something to consider. Okay. Okay, now we're getting up. We're pretty much done with the waist. We're kind of halfway up the chest here, so looks like all we have to do now is fill in, and you'll really start to see this take shape. If you're curious about why I have music playing on the stream, this is the first time I've picked music for the stream. I was looking to see what options were available with streaming on Twitch while also playing music that doesn't get copyright strikes and benefits the people who make them. And Streamlabs, the program I use, was like, hey, if you just pay us $60 a year, we have this nice player for you that you can put into your stream. And I thought to myself, well, why am I paying you $60 for this thing you scripted that has nothing to do with the Pretzel Rocks player, when I could just have a feed of the Pretzel Rocks program? As you can see, got my mouse right here. It's just the program, and I'm just feeding the audio through. Still supports the artists, but in this case, I'm not supporting Streamlabs. So if it's one thing I don't need in my life is another subscription. Not a big fan of everything as a service. All the bean counters in accounting departments across the country figured out That guaranteed revenue streams. Made the shareholders happier. And nuts to them, I say. So he's holding the sword pointed down. Oh, Lels456. Hey, how's it going? Happy to have you here. Let me catch up on the stream here. Okay, so he's holding the sword pointed down. And that bit of white is just a glimpse of the blade, or she. Well, Spock, that's the thing, is that we don't know Kris's gender in Deltarune. So, honestly, there's no wrong answer. You can refer to Kris as a he, you can refer to Kris as a she, you can refer to Kris as a they, doesn't matter. Any of those are acceptable. A lot of a lot of Easter egg and theory videos I've heard have used all three interchangeably. So if you're curious about preferred pronouns for this character, currently there are none. So until we know more about that character. Now of course, in Undertale, Frisk is a genderless child and is referred to as such in that the they pronoun is used in that game. But we don't learn Frisk's name until much later on in one ending of the game. So yeah, when it comes to this particular character, I think it's fairly ambiguous. You can just go with whatever you feel comfortable with. Sometimes I use he, sometimes I use she, sometimes I use they. It doesn't really matter. One, two. To that effect, I think the show Steven Universe did a really good job of giving a voice to giving a proper voice to characters that don't necessarily fall either way. They're just like, Stevani, you're an experience. You're like nothing else that has existed, which was technically correct. So we're gonna go up one and that's fun. I like the mystery. Kind of like how Samus was a surprise to me from Metroid. Oh, absolutely. Very much like that. Like, nobody expected... nobody saw that coming. That Samus Aran was a she. Or is a she. Is, was, forever shall be. Alright. Two, and another two, and then okay, this is good. This is where I see that I've screwed up somewhere. I have to figure out where. I think the answer is that I'm one off somewhere. Okay. Apologies, this will take a minute to solve. So the top of the glove, see, the problem is that or is there not a problem? The top of the glove is supposed to be at the bottom of the chest piece. Okay, maybe there isn't a problem. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I was looking one row above Yeah, we're okay. All right. All right, let me get this character back into view. Okay, I think it'd be best if I finish the outline of the glove. Or the outline of the sword hilt, I mean. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put 1, 2. Now, of course, I'm going to be doing this for a while, but eventually this will get boring. I am curious to know if you're comfortable with sharing. Any of you, please feel free to speak up. I'm curious to know how your day went. You can either tell me it went great, or it was terrible, and you hate everything. Sometimes we feel that way. And that's okay to feel that way. 1, 2. But whether it was a good or a bad day, I'm curious to know how it went for you. You can get as comfortable in sharing or not sharing as you want. But for me, I'll start. So I returned to work today after being on break for a week. Caught up to 81 emails, which thankfully was not a lot because people knew that I was out. So got that taken care of in about an hour and caught up on some expense reports and started to sort out what projects I had to do for the week. And so as a result, spent most of my day emailing people, sorting that out. Let's see, lit or less, it was that sounds about right from past experiences. But sometimes that's how days are, isn't it? Aren't they? Aren't they? 1, 2. It was good. Beautiful day out today. Had to venture to Shopgo Optical to have the pads replaced on my glasses. Oh, interesting. How long have you had your glasses? Is that are pads like something you regularly have to change out? I ask because I don't have them. Like you can see, like the bridge of my glasses I don't use. Weather was beautiful. Had the window open with a nice breeze and birds singing. I have had air conditioning on in my apartment for a week straight, and I have no intention of opening the windows anytime soon. It's too hot down here. That's great that it's nice up there. Love hearing when it's good weather out. I would prefer to have the window open here if I could. 2 years, just managed to lose one of the bridge pads randomly. Wow. I suppose it depends on the type of frame you have that can necessitate using pads or not. We're gonna put that there, and then another dark blue there, and then a purple there, which should be above those two. And then 1. Wait a minute. Nope. Gotta go up 1. 1, 2. It's cool enough at night that they can be open in the morning and then air on later in the day. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the weather gets down to... Gosh, we had like a low of 80 last night. I was like, ugh, no thank you. Let me check my weather real quick. It's 78. Supposed to get to 61 tonight. Huh. Never would have guessed. Well, we'll see. Hard to beat cool, dry air that you've, spent a great deal of electricity getting in there. I have Harry Potter-like circular glasses. Oh, okay. I see. So that's what necessitates the need for those. That makes sense. In the 50s here. Oh, okay. All right. So now we have 1, 2, and then 1, and then 2 more purple. Oh, nope, those go up here. 2 purple, then another dark blue, then another dark blue, then another purple on the top, and on the right. Yeah, this is going to get interesting. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do nicely. Now I just have to find a way to get them in there and not screw it up. 1, 2. Yeah, that'll be a great choice. Pardon me, I am working with all of my, all but one of my Perlers are open. So, in the 50s here. 50 sounds nice. I think 68 during the day is my ideal. Can drop overnight if it wants. Yeah, lower 60s are my ideal to have the windows open. Once it starts to get to be, actually anywhere in the 60s is fine. But once it gets to be like 72, 73, then I start closing windows. Okay, so I gotta pick a bright color for this. I want to compare. That's the same. So I gotta go brighter than that. Although I could be misreading these the entire time. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Okay. That's okay. This is gonna make sense in a couple minutes. But the color that was used here is not quite blue, and it's not quite white either. So I'm going to swap them out 2 at a time for this bluish white tone that I have. It is absolutely worth it. And I'm going to reuse that later. There we go. I said, when you know what you're doing and what you're replacing, that goes much quicker. Oh, be careful. Careful. And you can see how much those were moving around, how easily that can just go horribly, horribly wrong. Ooh, that one is melted. There we go. Yeah, this is looking much more like a glove. It's very hard to tell originally. I'll look up at the chat when I finish replacing these last four. There we go. Okay. Let's see. All right. Pandora's Box by RHOD. Very good. Okay, so all of that was so that I could use that color here. Okay. Make a cross, essentially. There we go. And then 1, 2, and then purple. And then fill it in. 2 more. And then another purple. Four, 5, 6. Oh, okay. I see where I went wrong. That's better. Then 1, 2, 3, purple, pink. Good, 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 good. Purple, purple, purple. Okay. Go down 1 and add 2. Then 1. Then 2. There we go. Yeah, now we're making good progress. Putting Chris's scarf together. All right. 2, 3. Then okay, 1, 2. What goes right below that? Purple. Purple, purple, blue. Okay, blue. Okay. Two, three, two, two, three. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do. And it's 1, 2, 3. Purple. Then another blue.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Kino.
Purple. And then another at the top. Hey, get back here. 2, 3.
just wait for the tone.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just okay, cool. The rest here is filling in with pink.
The person you're trying to reach is not available right now.
And
If you need further assistance, enter pound now.
no,
Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone.
We're going to start building Chris's arm. 2, 3,
Goodbye.
4. Six, 7, 8. We're gonna do 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, okay. When you're making perlers, it's very common to second guess yourself. Very common. Okay, so let's fill out Chris's arm here. Try not to undo. That's not so bad. That's fine, that had to go there anyway. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Oh, I might have overdone it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did one more than I needed to. That's okay. Put those back. Okay, so now I do row of purple. Then a row of my off-white. And then another row of purple. And now, all right, good. Okay, now I just fill the rest out with my off-white color. So brace yourself, gonna get a lot of arm. A lot of arm as I get this part done. Try to go quickly. While also being aware of how many Perlers my sweaty hand is picking up. You don't see it, but on here it's a lot. It's a lot. I think I'll just move this box out of the way for now. There we go. Okay, now to finish with the off-white. There we go. Okay, now we got some proper finger pointing. So, with that, the bulk of this is done. The bulk of it is done. Now we get to the final parts and the filling in. So pardon me while I shake the camera a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is looking solid. Okay. So now I need to cover up the top of the scarf. With the bottom of Kris's head. 2, 3. And then jut out. Start making Kris's face here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make a box of 4. It's all by grouping of numbers. That's how this gets done. See, it's a good thing I already see when I started this stream, I predicted I was going to need more than one, and that prediction was right, and it was safe to do so. I'm glad that I gave myself room for 4 instead of just 1, maybe 2. So now we can... This is Kris's nose. There we go. One, 2, 3. And another 3. And at the second, we're going to put in purple. Box. Yes. Now a nice little cover around. This is technically Kris's ear. And with this piece, we've done all the colors except for dark blue. So, as I said, this is the part that gets a little tedious, but bear with me. I'm going to move some stuff around so I have more freedom to work with. This will all become pretty relevant pretty quick. Okay. So down here we've got the bottom of Kris's hair. So we got to go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then hang on. Yep. Okay, I did that right. One, two. 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Alright. Almost done. Although I'm seeing where I might have screwed up. So I'm being very careful. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Blank. Blank, blank. Blank, blank. This bottom piece here should be in line with the nose, and it is. Oh, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3. That's still not right. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. I see my discrepancy. There we go. Okay, got it. Sorted out in my head. We're done. All that's left to do is to fill in the remaining. Creating the border is always really tricky. That's a part that can easily go wrong. Curious where this piece came from. Doesn't look like it matches anything. I think it's just an honest goof. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whew. False alarm. So the first perler I ever did Wouldn't go so far. Thank you. Thought I'd share the first time I did a Perler. I think I was 9. So this would have been 1994. Funny enough, the first Perler I picked was from a video game. I wanted to recreate Vegas Dream for the NES. Developed by HAL Laboratories. Same people behind Kirby made a gambling game. Same people behind Super Smash Bros. Made a gambling game. Well, anyway. I wanted to recreate a slot machine. With a winning row of bars on them. And I was so excited when I matched the font and everything from the game. And then, when I ironed it, or I should say I had permission, I had parents' permission to use the iron. I was told at the time that with Perlers, you melt the backside. That you're supposed to do it backwards, so that the side you want appears not melted, front forward facing. And for a while I thought that was the only way you could do these Perlers. Turned out, depending on how well you melt, that doesn't have to be the case. You can absolutely melt a side and use that same side. And that is absolutely what's going to be happening here tonight. Now you might say, well, you're not getting the pixel effect if you do it that way. And I would disagree. Because when you look at the picture that I have sorted, that I have at the top, you don't see any lines between different colors for the character. I remember that game. That's awesome for the Casio kid. That's cool that you remember that game. I enjoyed Vegas Dream immensely. Went to my grandparents' house to play it exclusively. It's a good game, and I still have it. Along with the Nintendo that my grandpa gave me. So, if you're going, so the thing is that with Perlers and pixels, if you are going for the scanline aesthetic, then using the other side makes perfect sense. Absolutely makes perfect sense. Because then you're going for that border between the lines, the scan lines. But if you're going for pure pixel to pixel, it doesn't matter as much. I have to say this channel's choice of music is interesting. I feel like I'm in the spiritual successor to GoldenEye. Alright, let's change that actually. Dungeon of Deceit? No thanks. That's better. When I said I wanted chill, I meant chill. Not industrial preparations for war. There, now I'm sure you're seeing this character is absolutely coming to life. so much hair. I am burning through this dark blue. I'm not going to have any. I'm darn near not going to have any left by the time this is done. Which is fine. Perlers are meant to be used. Okay. Oh my, we're almost 2 hours in, for real? I had no idea. Can you show the ironing process, or is that too difficult on cam? I have not done the ironing process. This is the first time I'm doing Perlers on cam, so we're going to find out how well it works. So yeah, absolutely. I will do my best to show the ironing process. I'll probably have to move the camera a bit, but that is a process I am willing to sort out, because I know what to do. I'm fairly comfortable doing it. Just a matter of positioning the camera correctly. Okay, we're almost done here. Of course, I will have to step away to go get the iron. I think I need to work on my grip strength. Hand gets a little numb after doing this too long. Okay. Couple more, and we are ready for ironing. One more, and there. Done! What was that? Roughly 1 hour 17, 1 hour, no, about an hour and a half, give or take, to do that one. There she is, there he is, there they are. Kris from Deltarune. Thank you. Okay, let me go get the iron. Okay, bear with me. Yeah, bear with me, because it's either going to go very well or it's going to go terribly. There's no in between here. So, all right. Let me I'm going to adjust the camera. Actually, I'm going to adjust this camera. First things first. A little higher. Yeah, there we go. So, there we go. Camera adjusted. Now, I'm going to adjust this. Thank you for the positive vibes. Much appreciated. I'm going to turn off my fan. Because there's reasons this can go bad. I could pop a fuse, depending on how many watts this uses. I mean, it's not a blow dryer, so I should be okay. But got my iron right here. Ooh. I saw the flicker. Hang on. I'm going to try to take care of that. There we go. Okay. Turn off a couple of things, because if I pop a breaker, the stream is going to crash. So we did get a bit of a flicker. So I'm going to set it to wool. And while that heats up, shouldn't take too long, I'm going to lift this camera. Hopefully that'll be enough to show it. Now, it's not going to be in focus, but we'll do our best. So, okay, first thing you do is you take your wax papier. All right, and this one obviously was folded, and I've used it many times. I'm just going to rest it on there. You can see it coming through just a little bit. And I'm just using gravity to help with that. Mainly because I know I have rogue pieces that are by themselves. So I'm doing a very slow melt. And this is just for starters. Now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, so I'm going to apply some pressure. You're going to see as I tap it, that it's going to come into view more and more. So, as you can see, it's getting a little bit more visible. You will be tempted to move things around, like the base. Now is not the time for that. You're using this heat to adhere everything, to melt it together. Do you ever get any plasticky melt smell, or is that only with an unsuccessful attempt? I do not get plasticky melt smells. These are, by their design, not supposed to emit a smell. I had documentation for that somewhere. But yeah, perler beads aren't supposed to smell. Okay, so then once you start feeling comfortable with it, then you can start really smoothing it out. This allows you to really work on eliminating those little air pockets that you see. It's getting better. So I'm seeing that the hair is starting to be good. The middle, I'm starting to see some spots on the end are starting to fill. That's good. Now I'm going to rotate it because I feel comfortable doing so. I'm just going to use circular motions to try to apply an even amount of heat. This is probably the most difficult part in securing a perler, is that you want to make sure that as few air bubbles are remaining as possible. But you also don't want to like really flatten it at the same time too. So that's like the duality that you deal with perler beads. You want to make it flat, but you also don't want to like completely squish it. I can show you some examples of that. You might have seen that I grabbed some artwork that I had in my hallway to show that. So, all right, I'm feeling pretty good about where this stands. So I'm going to shut my oven. I'm going to turn my oven off, my portable oven, which is definitely an oven. Good thinking, Kris. Way to make those brain waves work. So while this cools, because now's not a good time to be pulling it away, we're going to give that a minute. I'm going to show off, see if I can show this off correctly. These are perlers that I made during the Awesome Games Done Quick Marathon. So let me get this into a better view for good old autofocus to do its trick. So I got Mega Man in his rush armor from Mega Man 6. Then I have Mario from specifically Super Mario World when he's jumping. Princess Zelda from Link to the Past. Then I also have an ocarina, which I can't recall which game this would have come from if it was pixelated. If it would have come from any of them, it would have been from the GBA version of Link to the Past or Minish Cap, but I found a pixelated version of an ocarina and I felt compelled. Then you can also see the Triforce as well. I have Luigi with a potion to open a door. Then I've got Red and Pikachu from the original Pokemon. Then I have Link from Link's Awakening, Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, and then Sledgehammer Mario from Mario Bros. 3, and then the coup de grace, which I can't show the whole thing, or maybe I can. The Goose from Untitled Goose Game, because as we all know, peace was never an option. But a beautiful work. Oh, well, thank you. So, yeah, I made all of this, and then I bought so what I did is I bought a frame from Goodwill, and it was originally artwork that looked like this. So I reused it. I flipped this over to just be the cardboard backing, used gold paint to print the background, and then I just glued them on here. So, all right, so I was being asked, what does the air bubble look like? Allow me to show you. Hang on a second. Another thing I've noticed that you have to do sometimes with perlers, I'm going to show this with the camera, is as it's cooling, the plastic is going to warp. So it's good to keep it flat with something that you have handy that will flatten it. So we'll hope for the best with that. Air bubbles. How do you know there's an air bubble? Well, when you're... Let me see if I can give you a good example here, because I can actually cite from this wall art of good examples of where it's good and where it gets really flat. So as you'll see here, Mario looks very pixelated. Very you can kind of see on the other side where it's where he's flattened, but in this case he is not. So this is an example of a lot of air bubbles being used. Whereas on the other hand, if you look at Luigi, you notice everything's filled in much more. So air bubbles are not as prevalent here. Now, to clarify, none of the things on here are completely flat. Luigi is closest to being completely flat. When you have an air bubble, it's just noticing that little depression. The holes do fill in, that's correct. So for that artwork, I didn't flatten any, but I have examples floating around somewhere of ones that do fill in. All right, so we have Kris hiding behind here. Okay, calm down, camera. Calm down. All right, now here's the moment. We're gonna reveal our work. We'll determine how I feel about it. So, okay. So this is what I mean when I say there's a mix, right? Like take a good, let me get it down here. Take a good close look of what we're dealing with. Some of the holes are filled in and some are not. Some of them are very, very open, as you can see. So, yeah. So to this effect, I want to iron it one more time to try to flatten that out. There will be an attempt. And I'm going to use the highest heat to make that happen. Ah, so Linnerless is heading to bed. I will definitely tell my mom that you say hi. Good night, same as me. Watch for deer. And so when you're trying to fix those kinds of holes, the best option is you want to get in and kind of use the edge of the iron to try to flatten them. And so I'm going in circular motions, and I am definitely pressing down. I want to flatten out as much of these as I can. So yeah, you either want all air bubbles or you want as few as possible. And I also increased the heat to the highest setting, so that'll speed up the flattening a little bit more. But on the bright side, at the bare minimum, I know that the other side looks just fine. But this is the side that I want. Okay. I think that's good. Turn that off. Let's use... this will be good. The official companion guide to Animal Crossing. That I've definitely used since my sister gifted this to me. It is, it's something considering that that all the stuff that's in this book, we kind of reverse engineered from playing the game, collaboratively for a few months, so. Directing Titan! Whoa! The wild librarian himself. Welcome to the stream. You're kind of at the tail end of it, where I was, unless you've been here the whole time, of course. I keep her crispy. Yeah, making my Deltarune Perler. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over. Actually, I'm not gonna flip it over. Woo, that's still warm. That's still warm. Okay. Let me try to transfer some of that heat. Go. Okay, now let's see how this turned out. Let me tell you what, we'll get a little closer. There, that's looking much better. I can still see some spots that could use some improvement, and I can spot touch those real quick. But yeah, for the most part, this is complete. All right, I'll show you how to spot touch this real quick without melting the rest of it. There we go. Just a little bit. There. I would say good enough. To quote the good boys of Letterkenny. You like the smooth look? You've never seen any like that. Yeah, a lot of perlers will use that. A lot of perler artists will use that as their design. So, yeah, there we have it. Kris, let me line it up perfectly in the shot here. Yeah, Kris from Deltarune. Honestly, I could go a little harder and flatten it some more. Why not? We're here. We're near the end of the stream. Why not make it count, right? Let's try to flatten this spot right below the... There we go. Make sure I know what I'm doing. We're going to go for right here. Yeah, and see, like these smooth, these smooth designs more match the pixels of what you see with games. There we go. It's a little better. Are you planning on doing a whole character landscape again? I might. I might make a landscape just for Deltarune, or for whatever I do with Twitch streams. Because I definitely have enjoyed doing this, and I want to do this again. For sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm pretty content with how this looks. So, yeah, I will probably do another. Honestly, like my main goal, if if I can, it would take a lot of beads to pull. Well, actually, maybe it wouldn't take a lot of beads to pull it off. But I want to do the battle screen for Deltarune. All right, so give me just a second. I will show you what that looks like. I'm going to transfer Kris over here so you can keep cooling and keep flattening. All right. Let me close out of there. That would be... try to pick up a good one here. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Let me get some lights back on here. And I'll show you what I mean. Save that to the desktop. This is probably going to be too big. But this is what I'm going for. This is the kind of thing I want to make. Have the characters on the screen. Originally, I thought do Perler beats for the whole thing, but that would be thousands upon thousands of Perlers, and I don't have the patience for that. But what I can do is I can make each individual character and use that to like I can make the individual characters, then I can make the battle UI out of Perler, and then and for the background I can print that or paint it. Either way. So, but yeah, that's the goal that I want to do with this. So, all right. Well, I think I'll pause the music for now. It's been a heck of a stream. This is an ambitious idea that I wanted to do. So, thanks for sticking with me for the last 2 hours and 11 minutes. So, yeah, I'm gonna head out for the evening. Call it good. Kind of clean up this area. I do use this station for work, so. Yeah. So, Mr. Spock 1, directing Titan, Lin or Less, and Lingua Lupa, and I think, oh yeah, Lels456 stopped by. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight, and watching me make Perlers and have set to chill music. So thanks for sharing your evening and hobby with us. Oh, absolutely. Happy to share it. I love doing this. So I will be back on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do more Perlers. Maybe I'll do video games. I don't know yet. This is something new for me, so I'm curious to see, what I want to do next. This channel is in a fixed state of evolution, so it will continue to be that way. So until next time, as I always say, have yourself a good night. Take care. Watch for deer, and I'll see you then.